Check this out. I've been gone long enough on the free-to-play. They actually gave me a welcome back gift set, so we're going to be getting a little bit of freebies there, and obviously we have the Ancient Shard as well. So I'm going to open that Ancient Shard real quick. Yeah. Get all the freebies because it's been a moment. We're going to be talking about the Guaranteed Champion, but we're going to one-time no whammies real quick on the free-to-play and see what we can get. We get a rare, and that rare is Arcanist. Really, out of all the rares in the game, we're going to get an OG rare. Well, that's a bummer, but let's go ahead and talk about the new hero. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be talking about Archbishop Pinthroy. In Raid Shadow Legends, there's currently an event going on that if you open 150 Ancient Shards, I know it's 150, it's a lot of them, you will get this hero guaranteed. Now, right off the bat, I just want to say one thing, which is that I kind of wish when it's 150, it's 150 points or something, and if we open a Sacred Shard, we got like 30 points, Ancient Shard 1 point, Void Shard like 5 points or something. That way we could kind of mix and match, but I understand normally they do these Guaranteed Champion things and then a 2x of something else, etc., back and forth, so you kind of pick and choose. All that being said, I do think this hero not only artistically looks amazing, I mean, look at the bell. He's got like the bell, it's all glowing. Kitty's meowing, she's upset about something. You can see the detail done even down to the clothes is quite impressive. So, I mean, look at that, the woven look here on the inside. The textures are really nicely done. So, shout out to the art team. They always kill it. This is a good looking hero. I like his pointy hat. Let's continue. Now, his basic attack's really good. It's going to remove a random debuff from himself. He also has a 75% chance of stealing a random buff from the target. Now, when he removes that random debuff, he's going to place it on that target that he's attempting to steal the random buff from. Okay, so basically 100% chance of transferring that random debuff from himself to his target and 75% chance of stealing random buff. However, from what I understand, if they have blocked debuffs, you still remove the debuff from yourself, and it just doesn't apply onto them, right? But you can still get the removal of it. Now, moving on to the A2 here, this one kind of reeks of a Hydra type of hero. Look at this, 50% increased accuracy buff on all allies for 2 turns, then attacks all enemies, places 100% healing reduction debuff on all enemies for 2 turns, and a 75% chance of placing a block debuff on all enemies for 2 turns. And yes, this does buck to 100% once you have them booked. This is on a 3-turn cooldown and lasts for 2 turns. Champions from the Demon Spawn, Undead Horde, and Knights Revenant factions cannot resist these debuffs. So obviously this is one you want to book for the cooldown reduction, as well as for the 100% chance for the blocking buffs. This kind of seems like a Hydra move, block buffs for the Hydra, heal reduction for the Hydra, etc. Pretty good, only requires 4 books, so we have a good move there. Now looking at the A3, I really like this one also because it gives us another supportive type of move. Heals all allies 30% of their max HP, then places 60% increased defense buff on all allies for 2 turns. If 4 or more allies are alive, again, Hydra, also places a shield buff on each ally for 2 turns equal to 30% of their max HP. This goes down to 4 turns when booked. So we have another hero here whose books seem important. You can see booking the A2 and A3 are going to be important. Booking the A1 literally doesn't matter at all. It's just damage. And the passive doesn't need books, which removes all decreased defense and weakened debuffs from this champion at the start of each turn. And then the aura is also going to be ally accuracy in all battles. So we have a pretty good supportive hero here. I definitely think this hero can be worth the 150 Ancient Shards. If you need somebody that's got, look at this, healing reduction as well as block buffs on the same hero, this is a good one to have. The Hydra also, it can be difficult to land debuffs, so the increased accuracy is going to help as well. But obviously the block buffs is good for when they try to steal the buffs. So this kind of just seems to me like they're offering you an opportunity to get a hero that can be quite good with Hydra. Now, if we look at the stats here, tell you what, let's go in the index, and we're actually going to look in the stats in the index. I'm assuming this guy is going to be Sacred Order, if I had to guess. There he is. Okay, so we have a level 60 here with the stats. We have 20,000 HP, so he has pretty decent base HP, 1,000 base attack, just under 1,200 base defense, so just okay there. The speed is 101, so he does have pretty decent base speed, to be honest, so speed sets could be pretty good on him, I suppose. Then we have crit rate, crit damage, etc., 40 resistance, 20 accuracy, but you do have that accuracy speed lead. In my personal opinion, I think this guy is probably somebody you could pick up if you don't have what he does. Like, I like the fact that it can potentially be unresistible, but the thing I like about more than Macab is it's unresistible as well. So the block buffs on him, can be the reason I've been using him, for instance, in Hydra, whereas this guy's kind of got the same thing, but you're going to have to book it. And then it's not 100% irresistible. That's only for Demon Spawn, Undead, Knights, Revenant Faction, etc. So you're going to need some accuracy on him. That's kind of the things that come to mind. Man, I just really got to say, though, amazing job on the art. Look at that. They got like a gem up top even, like this red gem up top. You got the glowing bell. The pauldrons all have beautiful artwork on it, all in gray. I mean, somebody really put some hours into making this look good. You even have dirt on the cloak, and then this is a little bit worn down here. No, they really put a ton of effort into this hero. I actually think Archbishop is a really nice hero. I kind of think his value is, I think he's a little overvalued. If we go and look at what they're actually asking for this, and we'll talk about the Ancient Shard pack in just a second. If you actually look about this here, they wanted 150 Ancient Shards. 150 Ancient Shards at cheap prices, $150. This kind of seems more like maybe a $100 character to me. I think 100 Ancient Shards would probably be a little bit better of a value. Let's go look at the value of the ones we actually have in the shop here and kind of get an opinion here. Warrior Circle, where can we get to here it is, the pack string offer. So $10, 5 shards, it's basically like 6 shards there. And then you have to buy the previous one to get this. I'm assuming it goes from 10 to 15 is what it would look like here. And then this is probably 29. And then what, $5 for 7. So how many total do they even give you here? That's 12. That's 22. So they give you just short of 30 and enough gems to get about another 11. So that's like 40 shards there. That's not very good. I don't actually see very many offers. And of course, this is the monthly one that's always just kind of meh. I don't actually see too many good Ancient special offers, though I'm assuming that because this is my free-to-play account, if this was an account that spent a lot of money, these would be higher value for more Ancient Shards. So you can probably get enough to buy it out of here. I don't think this guy is worth going and welling out on all these Ancient Shard packs to get, in my personal opinion. I mean, he is quite good, but maybe if you had like 80 or 90 Ancient Shards already, and you were kind of thinking about pulling. The other thing you got to keep in mind here is during this event, right, it won't reset, your 150th summon won't reset your Mercy system counter, nor if you happen to summon him before you reach the guaranteed champion will finish straight away, and the 150 shards is active, you'll get it on your last shard. The following shards will be counted Ancient Shard. Okay, so basically what they're saying here is the 150 won't count as your Mercy. So if you're tracking your Mercy and you are over 70 shards in your Mercy, then you should hit the Mercy before you hit this guy, basically. And then if you pull him beforehand, you're kind of boned. However, it's not a bonus chance to get him, so you're probably safe. So the only way I would say to pull for this is if you have enough shards to get him and you're less than 70 into your pity, is probably the best way to get him. That's just one man's opinion, though. I give him a solid 7 out of 10. Good for Hydra if you need it. Other than that, yep, that's about it.